the game can't actually go that loud because shit just friggin' gets copyright claimed and muted in several countries. And that's just how life is when you live in this world that we live in. It cut out for 5 seconds before you sent the link? Yeah, it happens. Come on, stop it. Stop! No! Lord Gabi, why do you allow this? So if you guys aren't familiar, I'm gonna be reading. If you wanted gameplay, I think Minx or Chrism is playing right now. Something really cool. Actually, let me look it up. I'll tell you exactly what they're playing. They are playing... I open up Twitch. They're playing... One lesbian mom plays ever... Oh my god. It's bled onto her stream. Minx is playing EverQuest, guys. Also, God damn it. Who hosted? I just closed the fucking shit. It just doesn't even show now. Death Row. Dude, thank you. And Sinnoh's playing Pokemon. And Asmo's also playing DotHack, but the gameplay of that shit. Oh, say what? Anyway, so if you guys want gameplay, go there. We're reading today. Because that's what people do. They read and they gain knowledge through voids. So...
Twilight Onion.
God damn it, Koneko. One more time.
Twilight Onion.
IAM Gabi Gabi Zai. Escobi is Gabi best Gabi Zai.
Yes. Thank you so much. Then we're gonna do one of these because this is what we do now. But can do this. Da da da. Da da da. Da da da. Alright. Let's get started. Alright. I think we're missing some. Caleb, thank you for the host. Alright, we are missing... We watched the first two, and now we are missing the third, Salvador Aihara. Crink Show has... God damn it, bitch! I just sent people over to yo, the motherfucking ass, and you were playing EverQuest or some shit, and now we gonna read. That's what we're doing here. Don't send them here. You're not gonna get gameplay here. Go to Sinnoh. Fuck, go to Sinnoh. He's playing Pokemon. We're gonna be watching Online Jack! Okay? This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna read news in the DotHack universe, and we're watching the Online Jack! Alright? Alright.
This is Salvador Aihara's Online Jack! We're with the Online Jack Investigative Unit at the home of one of the doll syndrome victims, where an electrical device has gone on a brutal rampage. Sakaki. This was the mysterious word uttered by Osamu Kawaguchi just before he lost consciousness. Salvador Aihara here. Well, everyone, I'm here at the Takeuma University Hospital, where Osamu Kawaguchi is being treated for doll syndrome. And as usual, I'll be wearing my hidden camera goggles so that we can go undercover and penetrate the belly of this beast.
That shit's hidden as fuck. It's not totally on his ear or anything.
This is the hospital's White Wing.
Okay, that sounds like fun.
Oh, nurses! It's a party! Carnival! Samba, samba! Well then, where is this troubled child being treated?
Where could it be?
No!
Oh! Oh, I'm sorry, are you okay? Oh, it's you.
Senorita, this reunion was written in the stars.
What are you doing here?
I'm here to visit little Osamu. That okay, Michi baby?
Don't you dare call me baby, you creep!
Terrible news!
Huh?
Head teacher! Oh, it's only you!
Mr. Sugai, how is
I'm
Osamu
gonna make
doing?
somebody feel like shit!
Well, you see,
Mr. Sugai?
Osamu Kawaguchi has disappeared from his bed.
Can we rewind and ask what he was actually looking at?
Huh?
What are these words? Skaith? Innis? Magus? and I can't make out the rest.
This is what happens when you send a crazy person. God damn it, no! Alright. Now we'll read in the freaking oh wait, I have to go to each one individually. That's right. Convenience and information disparity. Let's watch the video.
Due to the spread of mobile phone payment systems, people have become accustomed to leaving purses and wallets at home. However, this trend has increased the burden on the electronically disadvantaged and further deepened the rift that is known as the digital divide.
This is freaking cool as fuck. They definitely predicted that shit. Two things have disappeared with the widespread use of cell phone. Okay, by the way, for those of you who are new here, DotHack GU is a video game where you play as a protagonist who is currently playing an online game. Now, you also have the ability to log out of that online game, read email, check message boards, and in this case, we're reading the news. The news, I feel like, in these series is very nice. It gives you a lot of plot. Plot, 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 and it just inserts it rectally. But it doesn't do it unless you allow it to. It doesn't fucking rape you. But it does allow you to learn things that are done, and it's pretty cool. So we're gonna read a little bit and expand your mind. Yeah, that sound good? Cool. Also, the news kind of like changes as the game goes, so I don't want to get too far in the game before we read all the news articles. Alright. Two things have disappeared with the widespread use of cell phones, calling cards, and phone booths. Although calling cards still exist, having evolved into prepaid cards for cell phones, all traces of phone booths have completely disappeared in the last few years. Today, something else has disappeared: ATMs. With the advance of online banking and credit functions becoming a standard in cell phones, people have become used to a new cashless system where they never feel they need to take their wallet with them. Consumers are free from the constant need to carry loose change, and now, not only do people not have to worry about someone stealing their money from an ATM, but banks are happy to reduce expenses by eliminating them altogether. Truly two birds with one stone. However, for the information impaired, who are unable to use cell phones, daily life becomes harder and harder to manage. The digital divide is becoming a serious problem, even in our own country. Daily Houchi. So, which is funny, this is funny because banks, one of their leading sources of income, besides freaking the money coming in, obviously, so that they can get the what's it called? The stocks or whatever. It is actually ATM charges. I'm pointing at the screen like you guys can see me. And they make a buttload off of ATM charges. So they predicted this incorrectly, but it's still freaking interesting. And we already watched that. Alright. World. New space station named. The soon-to-be-completed space station has been given the name Village. Like its predecessor, Evolution, the name was decided by children of all ages worldwide. The lucky winner, 14-year-old Mayako Mikimoto, dubbed the station Village because she hoped it would become like a friendly, small town. I'm so happy to have been chosen. I'd love to travel to space and conduct exciting new research someday. Mikimoto is expected to be invited to the inauguration ceremony in several months' time. Village will be tested extensively before its launch. One only hopes that it will succeed in becoming a simple without borders, to exemplify the spirit of worldwide cooperation, co-op communities. So the offline part is like a metagame? Kinda, yeah. It's actually really cool, honestly. It's one of my favorite parts of this USA Times and Danger. We read this one. Yeah, we read this one last time. If you guys are interested in the old versions of these, I do upload all the VODs on our Twitch channel to YouTube. They come out every day, so you get one video a day. If you want that, there's a link down in the giblets. Methane hydrate excavation begins. Frozen, high-pressure natural gases are sleeping in the seabed. Digging for methane hydrate reserves are reserves of which are said to far outnumber those of crude oil, began today. It is hoped that this new energy source... Why can't I read? This new energy source will help to change the world's energy balance, which has until now depended mainly on oil. Daily Houchi. First footnote reads, a sherbet-like substance found 500 meters below the seabed and frozen tundra is also known as burning ice. Methane hydrate is created when methane, produced from organic materials such as animal corpses and marine snow, is cooled and pressurized, then absorbed into water particles. Its chemical formula is... Its shape is that of a single methane particle trapped in a cage of several dozen water particles. What is that? Chlorine 4 out of 5.75 H2O? I don't know. That shit's stupid. I'm not remembering that.
The U.S. Army's new combat robot, Talos, is the perfect robot soldier. Its movement is controlled remotely, and it's armed with a machine gun as well as a 40mm grenade launcher. But more importantly, it has no fear, no family, and does not suffer any emotional stress.
We watched this last time. Just wanted to make sure. Yeah, alright, cool. Arts. The world's movie coming soon? Golden Apple has acquired the rights to make a movie based on the popular online game The World, which has sold more than 12 million copies. Pre-production has already begun with plans for a worldwide release. The movie will cost $500 million to make, and thanks to this collaborative effort of CyberConnect Corporation's computer-generated actors and Golden Apple's real-life actors, it is expected to be the most realistic fantasy movie ever brought to the big screen. Furthermore, Golden Apple has acquired the film rights for CC Corp's other games, Fate Must Die, Symphonic Saga, and the 3D fighting game Kaleido X-Fox. Golden Apple is a hit-making production studio with films like Ape of Ape, 12 James, and Converse with Sucker. Just released last year, all taking home academic awards and Golden Leons. Many people will be eagerly awaiting to see what kind of chemistry their collaboration with CyberConnect Corporation will produce. However, there have been numerous attempts to film The World to date, and all have ended in failure. Some couldn't get the actors they wanted, some the director, some the screenwriter, and some just couldn't get funding. Will this one see the light of day? We can only hope that it will. Impulse. Like the freaking World of Warcraft movie that fucking tanked because it was garbage. More trouble in the world. A graphical glitch involving countless black dots has sprung up in the world. The online game owned and managed by CC Corp, CC Corp Support Center, has overwhelmed with requests for help. The black dots appeared during the title match, an in-game tournament designed to choose the strongest player in the world. After the title match, these dots suddenly disappeared into the vicinity of a player, temporarily rendering all players' displays useless. According to the CC Corp, the dots were dummy data that appeared as the result of an administrative ID registry error rather than a virus. However, this is the latest in a series of malfunctions that has prompted the questions about CC Corp administrative abilities. See today. And that's it for Volume 1. Let's go into Volume 2. Title screen. Yes. Continue. I hear an alarm for a car going off outside. And it's not mine because I can see my car from here. But, yeah. Log out. Just... Alright. This is the mail. I don't want mail. News capture. Alright. Let's watch the news. Salvador Ihara. Online Jack. Our Online Jack investigators have discovered a mysterious message the hospital room of the missing Osamu Kawaguchi. We now head to the home of the Associate Professor Sugai to decipher its cryptic meaning. Okay, everyone, let's call her Salvador Aihara!
Hey, folks, thanks for joining us. Salvador Aihara's Online Jack! The program that researches the hottest breakthrough topics and tells you everything you need to know about it. That's Online Jack. Our team, along with teacher Michiru Tajima, has begun the search for missing child Osamu Kawaguchi after an odd incident while investigating Doll Syndrome, the mysterious disease that has been spreading among elementary school students. We began by visiting the home of Associate Professor Taichiro Sugai. All right, this is Professor Sugai's private apartment. Man, can you believe it? His private life for all to see. Still, you know...
Be quiet!
Sir, we're so sorry.
Yes, please pardon our intrusion.
If it wasn't for Mr. Jima's recommendation, I would have never let you get past the door.
Professor, I only wish to find out the truth.
Professor. Skaith, Innis, Magus, do you have any idea what the blood-written words in Osamu's ward meant?
Are you aware of the epitaph of Twilight?
The what?
Yes, I've heard of it. It was the novel that served as the basis for the settings of the world.
It's a poem. And within it is contained the names of the 8 ominous waves.
So you mean there really is a connection between this incident and the world?
Whoever left the bloody words evidently had extremely strong feelings regarding the world.
So, it's possible that Osamu may not have been the one who wrote them, right?
The word or anagram Ida, which appeared in your show while you were taping at Osamu's, is unknown. However...
Sakaki.
Can you tell me about Sakaki?
There were 6 boys who were all part of the same guild in the online game, The World.
This is Moon Trees.
The boys were also members of a guild called Moontree.
So all those children were part of an online game group too?
It's the... 7 Council. Ha!
That's right. The PC name for one of the members of the 7 Council, a Moontree admin group, is...
Sakaki.
My pupil?
These were taken before his disappearance.
Oh my, that's Osamu.
There were many unresolved rumors about the world circulating 7 years ago.
When a bunch of players fell into comas.
What?
Yes, I've come to believe that the world has some sort of effect on people's brains for some unknown reason. That's the hypothesis I based my investigation on.
So everything is connected to the events of 7 years ago?
Toru.
Strange incidences, such as irregularities in electrical equipment, occurred in the hospital as well.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wonder who sent me this email.
Sheesh, Michiru, don't scare me like that.
What? We have to stop it.
Michiru! Michiru Tajima has just suddenly run out of Professor Sugai's apartment. What was the message on her cell phone that made her run? Hey, Michiru, wait up!
There's just some nice camera angles for a single freaking camera. God damn it! Alright. Real-life card games are back.
Card games are all the rage these days, thriving primarily among young children who can't get enough of them. Major tournaments are now held weekly in nearly every major city, and sales of related merchandise report brisk numbers for the current quarter.
Real-life card games are growing in popularity among school children nationwide. Large convention, or tournaments, are held in major cities across the country practically every week, and online cards maintain a death grip on the top category of all online auction sites. Long lines are seen regularly in front of game stores when new cards are released. The source of this new craze is CyberConnect Japan, or CC Corp's game, Crimson vs. Real Generation, a card game that is based off of the online card game Crimson Versus. Hiroshi Satomi, 12, the winner of the Crimson vs. Real Life convention in Tokyo, had this to say in the game's appeal. Real-life card games require you to Real-life card games require you to use your head way more than online ones. It's like a puzzle, and it's lots of fun. Besides, online game costs extra to play, but once you have enough real cards, you can pretty much play for free, right? My mom's real glad it costs so much less. Shingosuke Oyama, professor of human sciences at Musashino University, believes that the reason for the success of real card games lies with the parents' understandings of them. Real-life card games are an excellent communication tool, as they involve talking and exchanging with your opponent to progress. Furthermore, parents are easily able to watch their children as they play and enjoy their card game together. Fortunately, the current generation of parents is also a generation of card players. They know how much fun real cards can be and can understand why their children enjoy them. Real cards are perfected to help facilitate the communication within families. Following the success of card games, tabletop RPGs, board games, game books, and more continue to be introduced. Personally, I can't wait to see where this renewed interest of cards goes next. Why can't I read Daily Satellite? Oh goodness, that's not good. Doll syndrome spreads.
A mysterious illness known as Doll syndrome has shown signs of spreading among elementary school students throughout the region. It is a complex illness characterized by a number of symptoms, which include emotional disorders and physical impairments. Despite concerted research on this disease, a cure has yet to be found.
Today, a 5th grade student from an elementary school in Arita, Wakayama was diagnosed with Doll syndrome. This is the 72nd domestic case to date, according to the Prefectural? What is Prefectural? Let's look that up. An administration, jurisdiction, or subdivision in any various countries within the same international church structures. Huh. Health and Welfare Office, as well as the local hospital. The boy complained of convulsions in his limbs and was soon diagnosed with mild Doll syndrome based on other clinical symptoms. The boy remains conscious and reportedly described the details of his symptoms himself. The boy belonged to his school's soccer and computer clubs. He was practicing with his teammates to complete the prefecture-wide tournament the very day he came down with Doll syndrome. The boy's doctor told the parents that there are many cases of Doll syndrome appearing even in people who rarely touch computers or go online. The boy only used the internet no more than 1 hour a day himself. What the hell? Tiger, stop! Stop! In an effort to avoid reports that computers were responsible for the boy's condition, progress remains slow on domestic Doll syndrome research. There are no specialized institutions to deal with the disease. Yuichi Sawaguchi, the representative for Doll Defense, a group comprised of fathers and brothers of children who have the disease, had this to say: "We want Japan to establish a special research group for this disease. This is a problem that affects the future of our entire country." We did this one. No, we didn't. CG Tour is a shocking new type of... What is that? Huh, okay. Online robbery and the internet fraud are going to high tech with high quality CG and evil usage of ubiquitous networks becoming increasingly common. Now an investigation of a scam group that was recently arrested has revealed some unbelievable methods. A 4-month trip around the world on the Queen Milano one day, John Doe came across an article on the internet. It said that the giant cruise ship used as an athlete's village for the Olympics 3 years ago had been bought by Company S, who had proceeded to convert it to a gorgeous luxury cruise ship and was inviting 300 passengers for a maiden voyage. Tiger, what are you doing? Do you want to go out? Give me 1 second, guys. Do you want to just leave the room? Because I can do that. Come on. Come on. The tickets were a bargain at $50,000 per person for a private cabin. With his marriage coming in 3 months, John decided to sign up for the tour as a present for his wife-to-be. He entered his citizen number and other personal information into the website and wired Company S $100,000 from his bank. But when he and his wife arrived at the harbor the day of the departure, they were only greeted with the unbelieving stares of other baggage-laden passengers. What? There was no sign of a ship, nor of any Company S employees. Calls were quickly made, but the number had been disconnected. Attempts to view the company's website soon found that their domain had vanished. So why didn't John and the other victims ever think that this tour was a scam? The key was in Company S's website. The website was home to a movie that claimed to be a clip of a travel information show that had been seen on TV. Pictures that showed off the beautiful interior in great detail, pictures and comments of the ship's crew, and all sorts of other content that would expect to find at any travel agency. But the truth was that every single bit of the content was nothing but computer graphics. The arrested scam group used this and other methods to gain people's personal information and put it to evil use, including forcing their way into people's homes and selling their private info. Thanks to these and other showy crimes, the authorities have initially declared that it was only a matter of time before the culprits were caught, but the actual arrest proved more difficult than anyone thought. Towards the end, the investigation was being toyed with completely by the scammers. Aw, thank you very much, Cucumber Forever. The break came when a high-ranking woman from the group came and turned herself in. She informed that the authorities of the next house of the group was planning to steal and set the stage of their arrest. Thanks to this, everyone in the group, except for the leader, was successfully captured. And when asked why she turned herself in, the woman replied, "I thought it was time for me to grow up." The man thought to be the group's leader is still at large. Authorities plan on continue their pursuit and continue to press charges against the other members' numerous crimes. Impulse. Kids in MMORPGs, the good and the bad. A system known as guilds exists in many online games. Guilds often have their own local rules that differ from guild to guild and have nothing to do with how the game is played, which exists to strengthen bonds among guild members and to help provide quick support for those who need it. These rules, despite the formal name, are usually nothing more than polite common sense. Things like, be sure to greet everyone you meet, if someone helps you, you should then help someone else, and be sure to listen to what other people have to say. However, it seems that even these local rules are troublesome for our children. Look at this grown-ass man next to the little kids. This is because those are exactly the kinds of things they are right in the middle of learning. And because they are still learning them, they often make mistakes or don't even realize that they've done something wrong. In regular society, adults will usually accept and forgive most of these mistakes, but that is not the case online. It makes no difference if the player is an adult or a child, the same level of courtesy and responsibility is expected from everyone. This becomes a large source of strain and stress for children who play these games. Some claim this stress is what causes doll syndrome, but science has yet to verify these claims. However, there are some who... Wow, I can't read. There are some who say that making these mistakes is actually a good thing. In our current society, there is practically no way whatsoever for children to gain real-world experience, especially now that they... Bodhi. 1 second. Bodhi. What'd you do? Bodhi's sitting outside the little kitty room, meowing at the door and saying, "Why can't I go in?" Because Tiger's in there, enjoying his fucking time alone. Alright. Especially now that they don't even get scolded for stealing the next door neighbor's tomatoes, nor forced to be dispensable minion when pretending to be superheroes. What a sad situation. But with online games, especially in guilds, children are able to practice real life in adult society without the pitfalls of reality. Things like listening to other people, showing respect, helping those in need, and self-control, all simple things, but also ones difficult to experience as of late. The online world may be harsh for still developing children, but it may be necessary evil for them, now that they have no longer experiences such as harshness in their real lives. That's an interesting way to say it. Is he doing it again? 1 second, guys. I think Bodhi needs to be punished. And in a timeout. I love that kitty, but he's not being a very good kitty. Well, babe. Such a bad kitty. Alright. First crew members head for Village.
The International Space Station Project Village has officially begun operations. Researchers from around the world are scheduled to visit the station to perform a variety of missions during the next 6 months.
That's so cool. The first round of crew members bound for the International Space Station Village have left the Earth on Space Shuttle Whoa. Why can't I say this? Galleon? Galleon contains 32 engineers and operators from all over the world. Upon their arrival, they will begin preparations for the arrival of the second unit of crew members due in 2 months. Village's main purpose will be to cultivate outer space, the construction of a moon base, a manned exploration of Mars, the search of unknown life forms, the formation of a solar power generation facility, the space generator, and other projects are all part of future plans for the station. In related news, Chris Endeavor, the representative for the International Space Association, proudly announced that Village would also have its first civilian visitor soon, making a bold new step in mankind's expansion to space. Awesome. Doll Syndrome Symposium in Germany.
A medical symposium on Doll syndrome was held this week in Hamburg, Germany. Doctors and governments from around the globe are unsure of how to handle the mysterious illness targeting children.
The symposium in Doll syndrome was recently held in Germany. Doll syndrome is a mysterious illness affecting young children all over the world. Currently, no cure or prevention method exists, and medical practitioners from many countries are unsure of how to proceed. Symptoms include paralysis and convulsions of the limbs, unresponsiveness, and lethargy. To date, the cause is still unknown. The World Medical Organization has announced close to 2,000 patients of the disease around the world. Most of them are children in their lower teens and occasional cases of children 5 or 6 or adults over 20. The majority of cases also occur in developed countries, with developing countries having almost no reports of the disease at all. Reports from the symposium provided many examples of the patients that exhibited identical brainwave patterns. This discovery should help doctors in discovering the disease more quickly. Talks were held during panel discussions about why the disease primarily affects children in technology-advanced countries, as well as its possible causes and treatments. However, these have yet to produce any concrete results. And solution? Really? A solution is expected as Doll syndrome is becoming a worldwide epidemic. Truth behind ULCs. Companies known as ULCs, or unsubstantial liability companies, have been increasing all over the world. Although the phrase may sound like it refers to criminal fronts or scams, in truth it refers to a number of legitimate, well-known companies, including many which show commercials on primetime TV. However, what these companies do lack a substance, or things like office buildings simply don't exist. Their employees do not come to work, instead they telecommute from home. To begin their workday, they simply press a button on a company-only website. What? On a company-only website. Documents and data necessary for their work are all handled on the server. Communication between employees are held with email and chat software, with important meetings with important meetings held with webcams. Held behind webcams. That would have been... Huh. Anyway. Even break time and retirements are handled with a single button. A casual observer would be right to wonder how the work gets done. We spoke to the president of one of these ULCs, Isao Inomoda, of Absolase Incorporated. Absolase is a software development company that employs 200 employees. Their motto is fun, useful things at lower prices. And they have created a number of popular products such as the electronic autograph books for children and dialect translation software. To be honest, getting these things started was quite difficult. Our employees were confused and none of our data was coordinated. Under normal circumstances, we would have called in everyone for disciplinary measures. However, I deliberately chose not to say anything, and instead I somehow matched up all our mismatched data and uploaded it to our server for all our employees to see. Once our employees began to work together, things really started to take off. Now we're all on the same page, and each with overflowing loads of email in the inbox. ULCs continue to increase in number. According to various networks of providers, approximately 30 new ULCs start up every day, but on the other side, half that many ULCs disappear at the same rate. Inomata finished the interview with the following comments: in the end, companies remain as companies no matter what shape they take, which is exactly why we take our company and business as seriously as we can. Linear train line begins construction. The linear motor car Central Shinkansen has finally begun construction. It would cost 15 trillion... Jesus, shit! And take about 3 years to build. Wow, that's it? With only 3 years. Like, I have highways right near me that have been under construction for at least 10. With only 4 cars and a total of 350 reservation-only seats, the new trains will be much scarcer than the ones currently running. The new trains will be unmanned instead of being controlled by employees in remote central control room. Its maximum speed will be 600 kilometers per hour, and it will be making trips from Tokyo to Osaka in under 50 minutes. What? You need to chill, Japan. Half a century was passed since the first research in the 1960s. Insufficient financing, loud noise, electromagnetic waves, and environmental destruction all plagued the 21st century since Shinkansen. Yet it has progressed despite them. To start, it will run between Tokyo and Osaka exactly as planned. Shinjuku Station will be converted to a new underground station. Ticket fares are expected to be possibly triple current ones, so initial runs will focus primarily on executives and other business passengers. Cool. New BCI makes thoughts real. What? A research team at Goto University has announced that they had succeeded in developing a new kind of BCI. BCI stands for Brain-Computer Interface. Oh, they already have this in real life. It's the next generation interface that can read the brainwaves that humans produce when they think or act. Ooh, thank you very much, Victor. Wow, I can't say your name. I can't talk today. Victoria Raju. Thank you very much. If I say that wrong, please let me know. It's the next generation interface that can read the brainwaves of humans that produce when they think or act, and then use them to move computer cursors, appliance switches, and more. Many of the BCIs that have been announced up until now have needed to implant their brainwave reading devices inside a human head in order to preserve accurate readings. But the BCI that the Goto team has developed only needs to have a few patches placed on your head for the same or better results. Not only that, they've managed to reduce the size of the unit to about 1/30th of the to about 1/30th, roughly the same size as a box of matches. This paves the way to an interface that was previously only used in medical treatments to be used in a wide variety of applications for the household. It has been confirmed that the device can already control air conditioners, lighting, microwaves, and cell phones, but this new version can also control word processing and spreadsheet software, simple games like chess and Othello, and even complex games like The World and Ringmaster with precision. Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Simple games like chess and Othello I get, but don't tell me that Ring of Master is gonna get all did by my freaking brain. CyberConnect Corporation has already announced computers and game software that incorporates the device to be available in 2 years. And other companies are reportedly eager to begin developing new products with the technology. The research team that invented it has gone on record saying that they plan on research technology that they convey a person's words and thoughts directly to another person, just like telepathy. We can hardly wait. Pretty cool. What's up, Jesse? Regenerated organs transplant succeeds. A medical team at Takayama University has succeeded at transplanting nerve tissues created at mesenchymal stem cells. The team used a sample of the patient's osteoblast? I think it's osteoblast. Cells, MCSs, have been converted to bone cells to create the transplantable nerve tissue. It is expected that the next stage of this success will lead to a treatment of previously unmanageable diseases and reduce the need for outside donors. MCSs are also known as the second all-purpose cells and have been confirmed to be in bone, cartilage, fat, muscle, ligament, heart, liver, and other cells. And unlike ESCs, they are taken from the patient's own bone marrow or wisdom teeth, which eliminates any moral concerns. They can be preserved indefinitely if frozen at -180 degrees Celsius with liquid nitrogen and then thawed with nearly a 100% chance of collecting the original cells. Takayama University team plans to continue research on MCSs to try to find methods of regenerating previously impossible to regenerate organs. However, as these advances also increase the possibility of creating a perfect human clone, the Ministry of Education and Science has decided to create a panel of experts to determine what changes should be made to cloning laws. The footnote reads, embryonic stem cells. These are cells that exist inside nearly all organs and can be specialized for almost all of the different types of tissue. They have been called the all-purpose cells for the ability to propagate and ease of application. They were once celebrated as the second coming in medical technologies. However, in 2015, the fact that they were being taken from unused fertilized human eggs became a point of moral conflict, and their use in organ and tissue regeneration was prohibited worldwide. Whew, that's a lot. The desert will save us? A 100 megawatt solar power plant has completed in Mongolia? Oh my god, I can't say Mongolia. Whew! Mongolia's Gobi Desert with the help of Japanese technology and funding. Solar energy is the ultimate type of clean energy. The amount of solar energy that reaches the Earth is only 2 trillion... I'm not even gonna... to the total energy produced by the sun, and a mere hour's worth of that energy would be enough to meet the energy needs of every human on the Earth for a year. Yeah, but there's no way to store it. The Gobi Desert receives twice the solar radiation of Tokyo, and its low atmospheric temperature and moderate wind conditions make it a well-suited environment for the plant. Currently, the rate of solar power conversion lies at 30%, but plans are in place to improve it as well as to construct all new plants. Yeah, but there's no real way to store it without the batteries, and that would just cause problems. The other side of the window. Have you ever heard of urban legends told by online game players? They speak of a window that is open some. Oh wait. We need some creepy music for this. We need That's the save load. Come on. There we go. That's not creepy, but it's better than the happy song. Have you heard of the urban legends told by online game players? They speak of a window that is open somewhere inside the game. As to what is on the other side of that window, tales vary from place where people go when they die to a parallel world. However, what these stories do all have in common is a mysterious window. In the game I'm playing now, my future self is on the other side of the window, and it's sending a message to my past. The contents of the message vary depending on who you ask. Simple encouragements like, don't give up, and resentments like, if only you tried harder, I wouldn't be in this mess, I'm in now. That was weird pausing. Are on par for the course. This game is set in a world where players adventure through the past, present, and future, so it's easy to guess that this affects the legends that have come from this game. In the world, players that peer through this window fall into comas, and have their characters stolen by what's on the other side. From there, the player who has been turned into a marionette is said to disappear to the other side of the window. Yes, according to this legend, the real-life player themselves is said to vanish. Rumors continue to exist at any age, and these rumors are also a mirror of the society where they are created. What truth lies beneath the rumor of this online game? Forbidden opens its servers. Globe Circle Corp's new online game Forbidden has officially launched. It charges per item instead of per month, and the only real money changes hands is when players purchase items from Melanie's shop in the official Forbidden website, though you will need a Netcash account for purchases. Forbidden is an MMORPG with science fiction trappings. Upon starting the game, players assume the role of a vagabond or space navigator. Vagabonds refer to a daredevil adventurers who search for the Tear of Emeraldus, a legendary treasure that is said to reveal the secrets of the universe. In the game, players pilot star cruisers and visit a multitude of planets in their search for treasure. Players will also be able to change their class to Space Pirate, the Death March, or Rebels, Razors, by fulfilling certain conditions. They can even attack other players' space cruisers and invade the whole planets. Freedom to interact with other players like this is what sets the game apart, making it attractive to prospective gamers. Forbidden already boasts 8 million players worldwide, a number not seen since the World War II. Globe Circle CEO Masaya Fujioka said that the Forbidden launch party, they would aim to take down the world from its spot at the top, demonstrating that considerable confidence in the game's market prowess. Forbidden is currently undergoing a number of revisions and campaigns to accompany the official launch. Want to take this chance to set sail for the Sea of Stars yourself. Salvador Wilde at Koshigaya premiere. Today, popular talent Salvador Ayara attended his press conference with the premiere of his first movie, Koshigaya's Story. Koshigaya's Story is the Brazilian-born Saitama raised Salvador Ayara in a movie based purely on his own life. Ayara shaved his trademark beard and lost over 20 pounds in order to play the part. In the film, he displays his fluency in Portuguese and shows his love for his family when he cries on cue by remembering how I missed my mother Brazil when I was younger. When Yui Akiyama was asked whether her co-stars hit on her at all during the production, she fondly replied, "He confessed his love every time he saw me." Aihara responded in saying, "Yui is an ideal woman. She exemplifies both the beauty and the kindness that Japanese women are known for." However, this has only resulted in spontaneous laughter from the press as they started snickering that Aihara's illness had started up again. One thing for certain, though, Aihara's charisma, which can even turn scandals into laughs, shows no signs of stopping.
At long last, the return of the popular card game. New friends and foes, new powers and new dangers. Who will control their own destiny to win it all? It's Crimson vs. Red Rebellion, on sale now. Also look for the new Crimson vs. Real Generation coming soon.
I like how freaking shameless it is. At long last, Crimson Versus, which had been taken offline to finish work on new revisions, is back online. For its parent company, CyberConnect Japan, hereafter CC Corp, which had suffered numerous trials and tribulations in this year alone. The return of the popular game loved by young and old alike couldn't have come at a better time. In this new version, the rules and interface have been heavily reworked. Because this is a new release, the number of cards available is still rather low, but thanks to reports of new booster packs released soon, fans should have nothing to worry about. Fans of a previous version may be put off by the fact that they can no longer use their old cards, but as the game is now easier to play than ever, we would encourage you to try it for yourself. The real-life version of Crimson Versus, which preceded its online counterpart, is also selling out everywhere. To commemorate the success of this real-world version and the return of its online counterpart, CC Corp is currently holding an online and offline connection campaign. This campaign allows participants to send in barcodes received from real-world starter and booster packs at CC Corp in exchange for special cards in the online version. The campaign only lasts for a month, so we recommend not waiting around. Crimson Versus looks to maintain both its on and offline popularity. We hope the die-hard fans and beginners alike will try this brand new world for themselves.
After the alleged mass hallucination event that occurred in the online game The World, the game's proprietor, CC Corporation, has launched an investigation to see if this was part of a cyber-terrorist attack against the company's operations.
It's finally being mentioned. It was a day that will live on in infamy for CyberConnect Japan, hereafter referred to as CC Corp. Tens of thousands of complaints were registered from players of CC Corp's popular MMORPG The World, claiming they had been trapped inside the game. CC Corp's customer support was completely swamped under the pressure, and their company website went down for an unspecified length of time. Each of the claims said that players who were trapped inside of the world were unable to log out. In response, the CC Corp announced that the phenomenon was actually a type of cyber terrorism in which a program containing a subliminal effects was somehow launched inside of the world. CC Corp said that they would be filing a report with the NAB to have the incidents investigated. Assistant Professor of Psychology, Masashito University, Takashi Nishikawa, had this to say. While it was true that subliminal effects exist, test subjects have always had to focus intently on the media that contains them for them to work. It is hard to eliminate the background noise and other distractions in a laboratory, let alone everyday life, to achieve that kind of effects being talked about here. Furthermore, it has been proven repeatedly that subliminal effects do not have anywhere near the necessary power to physically affect the human behavior. As an example, imagine there was a food commercial that contained a subliminal message urging the viewer to buy its product. In this case, it is possible that someone who watched this commercial with an intense focus would think that they enjoyed the commercial, or that its product would look delicious, but that does not lead directly to actually buying the product, which means that the effects mentioned by CC Corp would be practically impossible. Well then, what caused the trouble? While it's not unthinkable that a number of players could be making all of this up, there are no facts to back up this theory. For that matter, there is no apparent reason why nearly all the players logged in at the time would do so. Because the records show no more than a few minutes of network trouble at CC Corp's servers, and with the rest of the day having run smoothly as usual, it seems like this instance will remain a mystery. CC Corp's announcement that they will release the results of their investigation soon, and request that players will wait patiently until they do. Why aren't the real PCs in Crimson Verse? No famous gamer or something? Why determines the gamer doesn't in every single PC in the game? Is the 9-year-old girl Kuhn likes in the game? Is that legal? I'm pretty sure they just take random main characters and put them in from this game and the past games. Rocket. And I don't think it's they're canonically in there, if that makes any sense. I don't think they actually have cards. Like, look. What's up, Pinky? Got a booster pack. Ooh. Seo counterattacks. Ooh. I didn't make any lines. Oh, I went in there to show you the cards. Like, if we look at them, there's very little cards that don't show main characters. I did see some Legend of Twilight characters in there too, which was fucking weird. But, that's fine. They're allowed to do that. It's their property. Yeah, I don't recognize this one. I don't recognize him. There's Sora. Who is this? Oh, that's Orca. This is what's her name? Shit, she's a Blade Grenadier. She's from a comic, I think, or a manga. Not Japan, don't say manga. Oh wow, they did keep her in here. She was from the last game. She accidentally put her full name in it. Shit. What is her name? Ryoko, I want to say. Is that right? I used her all the time for healing. Terajima Ryoko. Yeah, alright. Cool. I remember. That's Sakaki and Natalie. There's Yasa. Wait, they have Elk in here? Jesus Christ. I don't see anybody really besides that one picture that I don't recognize. Danya. Where's that PT? Whatever. Yeah, this is the one from Legend of Twilight. Because Zephy definitely wasn't in any mainstream things besides the comic series. Dark-haired girl has a background image. I haven't gotten the card yet. And this is Alberio from also Legend of Twilight. Or not Alberio, the other one. The CC lady. Yeah, I don't recognize this person. If anybody recognizes this person, please feel free to say so in YouTube comments or Twitch comments, because I really am interested. Yeah, because she's definitely from something. I know I recognize her face, but since it's not like a main series thing, it's very hard to remember because this series goes on for like ever. Let me look it up. She's from a light novel. Yeah, I know. It's driving me insane. This will not be ending until I fucking get it. I know how to read this. I know how to figure this out. Go to the timeline and just fucking grab it from there. No, that's not her. It's not Mia. Kamui was the girl from Legend of Twilight. What's up, Day Zero? I'm sorry, we're looking up something right now. It's not Alcor. Fucking, what was her name? Oh my god, I'm losing my freaking mind. We need to find this out. Help me, chat. It starts with a K. God damn it, that drives me even more nuts. Kazushi? No, that can't be right. No, that's Alberio. Frickin' hell. Somebody's sitting unable to chat and they know it. I know it. It's in here somewhere. I have officially gone through every single fucking thing here. Where are you? Is it Bridget? It's not Bridget. Can't be. Why is it taking so long to load? Jesus, DotHack Wikia. God damn it. Where is this lady? It's just not loading. Nothing's loading now. Oh, I'm losing my mind. Nothing's loading. This is what I'm dealing with right now. Oh, now it's loaded. Kamui? You think? No, it's not Kamui. It's not Kamui. I'm 100% sure it's not Kamui. If the DotHack website would freaking work better, I would be able to tell you right now. Midori? Is it Midori? It's Rick and Midori! Yes! Shira Rose, thank you so much. That would have driven me insane. Holy shit. It's definitely Midori. Oh my god. Of course she's fucking named after a color. That's how she does. Shiros, you're a fucking lifesaver. I wouldn't have been able to sleep tonight. Shit would have been going crazy. I still don't know who this is, so I don't even know who to look. I don't know what to look for. Unless this is, Chimney. Could it be Chimney? I don't think that's Chimney, because Chimney was a, either a Twin Blade or a Blade Grenadier. He wasn't a two-handed, and it's not Sora, or not, it wasn't Nova, because Nova had a katana. Yeah, no. Can't remember. Oh well. If somebody finds out, please let me know. It's 8:13. We have time to do stuff. We stopped reading, like, way early. The DotHack wiki is having a fit loading. It's not used to having more than one person read it at a time, bro. What did I get mail for? Oh shit, I can't read this! Not until we stream this. Ah! Yeah, you know what? We're just gonna fucking... Okay. I'm gonna take a quick break and we'll announce that we're actually playing now. And then we'll do that. Does that sound good? Does that sound Gucci, everybody? Alright. Be right back.